don't know if you could see that. There's a couple of whitetail fawns back in there. Starting to grow up a bit. Don't have their spots anymore. Okay, Itamexistiko, good day. It is the warm afternoon of Wednesday, July 17th, 2019, in the lunar cycle Misampsota, the long rains, and spending maybe an hour down here this afternoon, as I have been pretty much daily at Spopikimi, just kind of walking around to see whether I can bump into Alex, the one-eyed. For those who are following the channel, you're aware that end of last week, I think on Friday, I released Alex out here, who had been a pet magpie of mine for 3 or 4 years. And I don't know what I was thinking, because I had noted, you know, just days before, how the forest down here was, you know, surprisingly free of magpies. Like, I took a walk with my student on the Sunday previous and noted that there wasn't any magpies around, and it was weird. Well, I found out why when I released Alex, because as soon as he went up out of my hands, he was mobbed by every little nesting bird around the forest. It was just like boom, they were on him. And it kept up for like an hour while I was there, and then it kind of slowed down and I left. Well, Sunday rolls around and I went back through the forest with doing my walk and talk again, and this is 2 days after the release. Alex presents himself, comes down out of the canopy, and he's still being mobbed by birds 2 days later, and he's still kind of stuck in the forest. Hey Alex. You're kind of hard to reach, you know? Yeah, you know, he's torn. Like, he doesn't want me to catch him, put him back in captivity, but he's obviously just getting mobbed every movement out here. Yeah. Yeah, he's just got to find the odd insect out here. But that's a pretty hard living. Alex. Okay, okay. Come here. Hey, Alex. Hey, Alex. So, I'm pretty worried about him. I hope he made it out of the forest and, you know, didn't just starve or thirst to death in here, being mobbed by little birds or whatever. Maybe just getting pecked so much or maybe a predator might see the mob and decide to take advantage. Alex only had one eye, which is why I never released him to begin with. Like, he was kind of taught to be a magpie by Derek, who's my longer term magpie pet, and so he didn't know how to be a proper Lethbridge magpie to begin with. But then on top of that, he only had one eye, so one functional eye, so that put him at a disadvantage. But hopefully he's okay out here. I thought while I was out walking I'd do some other things as well. Over the past week, as I've been visiting, every time I go by the sapsucker area, I almost always run into the sapsucker. But on occasion, I've run into warblers, like yellow warblers. I've run into an oriole. And I think that there are just a host of other little birds that are taking advantage of the sapsucker divots. And so one of the things that I've done today as I took my walk around is, first thing was set up another camera at the sapsucker area, and just to see what we get while I'm out walking, if my camera doesn't get stolen by another passer through. Let's hope not. So yeah, we'll see if we get any footage of other than sapsuckers visiting the divots, and if it's just the sapsucker himself, well, that's pretty cool as well, you know. Although he kind of guards that area, I think, so most of the time when I go by there, he'll swoop down and look around a bit, pick what food he's got available quick. Should maybe do a few updates, get everything up to speed from the past few days. Yeah, I can just see in here now that the sapsucker at least is visiting his divots in front of the camera, so we'll at least have some sapsucker footage. Yeah, so I've been pretty busy. Haven't been doing a whole lot of filming. Just did that little small piece with the baby skunk the other day, but I caught this and that, and some of the highlights of the week, I guess, included a porcupine. Someone had a porcupine in their front yard and wanted me to evict it, so I went over there and grabbed him up with the catch pole, just put him in a carrier and went and dropped him off in the coulees.
There it goes. And the trees.
Hey.
We weren't sure if he was hurt or because
Okay,
he
he's
just sat in
probably
that puddle
really
for quite a
thirsty.
long time drinking.
Really dehydrated.
That's what I wondered, if it was so hot and he was enjoying the pool. And he wasn't moving at all. That's the most he's moved. Do you think it's hurt?
No.
No? Just hot, maybe?
Yeah, just hot and just got caught in the neighborhood.
A little wayward? Is that what I should have done to call? Or would he have found his way
Well, he
back?
eventually found his way, but it was okay.
I like the pictures back. Just like me, I'm like, I'm staying way over here.
Yeah.
You're all dressed up. We look like we interrupted you with someone special.
Yeah.
I know. Oh,
We do that.
that's why you don't get too close.
Look out.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. And so he was trying to spray you? Or did
Spray
they
me?
come out
Spray.
because you pulled them?
No, he has to hit you with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't actually throw them or anything like
They
that.
don't like,
No.
oh, you have to touch
Yeah.
them. Oh.
Yeah, you have to get hit.
I know some dogs get it in
Yeah.
the face when they're being snoopy.
Yeah, they put their
But
face
I wasn't
up to
sure
the porch.
whether they kind of sprung
No,
them.
no,
or
they
whether-
can't. They can't throw them. They actually have to hit you with them.
Oh,
Yeah. Which you did.
I did, I see. Well, thank you so much. We were worried he was injured. So,
yeah.
that's
no,
why-
he seems okay, but he's a little out of place. So
yeah.
better than getting run over.
Well,
You know.
that's the other thing. We thought if he tried to cross the road, he could get hurt. So,
Yeah. That's why I was worried I was going to come out here and find him dead, but
well,
he's all right. So we'll
it's
get him
all
back
right.
to the
Well,
coolies.
thank you.
Thanks. Still doing lots of skunks every morning. 2, 3, 4 skunks. So my skunk life has been very busy. Still catching a lot of juveniles, but now they're kind of older juveniles, and I think much more apt to be able to take care of themselves than some of them were early on. And I did get kind of warned this week by Fish and Wildlife not to try to pair up baby skunks with mamas like I had been without a proper facility and permit and such. Even though it worked out for some skunk families, in the long run it caused a little neighborhood disturbance. So skunks are busy. What else? Rattlesnakes. Yeah, I had a rattlesnake. Well, it's been kind of quiet. I've had a couple of calls for snakes on roads and that kind of thing, and shown up and not been able to locate the snake. But the other night, I think Monday night maybe, or it might have even been last night, I got a call from the Lethbridge Country Club, and shot over there. They had caught another snake from the university / Riverstone complexes that was crossing the river onto the golf greens. So I took that one. I ended up taking it back across the river to a point where I could drive right in with my Jeep. At the time I had the 3 kids with me, and it was kind of evening call. I was babysitting, and so I needed to go somewhere I could get right into without hiking really, and somewhere that it made sense for the snake. And I know that's the area where he was from, so it made perfect sense for me to put him there. What else happened this week? So I guess that's about all the highlights. And other than that, I've been receiving calls now, starting to receive calls for injured fledglings, magpies and crows in particular. I did work with those blue jay fledglings and eventually put them outside and was caring for them out there. And then I know one of them got adopted by someone who was able to bring him in and take care of him full time. Heckle. Hey buddy. Yeah, they told me you've been screaming at them all day over here. How come you're not finding some of your own food yet? You can do it. I know you can do it. You got to. You got to. You got to try hard. You got to. Right now I just don't have the facilities, and hopefully that changes in the near future. Definitely going to be working on that, but I don't have arrangements like I used to take care of some of these animals. So really this summer, the best I'm able to really do with these injured birds is if somebody is willing to take them on, to care for them, possibly long term, while their leg or wing or something is on the mend, and then possibly beyond. If someone's willing to take on that responsibility, I can help do the first aid stuff for birds that I know, and then leave it to them. Right from there, that's about all that I can do, I think, this season, unfortunately. So, but we'll see how things progress. I'm gonna go get another skunk right now. I believe somebody messaged me late and let me know that there's an animal in a trap Not sure what it is, but it looks like there's something in there. So I'm expecting a skunk, and then that might be it for my wildlife for the day, or who knows. It's always snakes as another possibility this evening. Let's check out what we got on the sapsucker cam. Ki api kai. Ach kita pau mi ni itkta. So we did end up getting a rattlesnake call after all, early evening around dinner time. It's now just about 6 o'clock in the PM, 1800 hours, and this is a mature male prairie rattlesnake. It was up in the Heritage Heights neighborhood, where I don't get too many snake calls. That's Mahoney's hood, but maybe 1 or 2 a year. This is a pretty big one. Most likely comes from this Bridge Drive den complex.
Time to pick it up.
Time to pick it up and let it go. It's a big fat snake.
Hi, fat snake. I'm picking up his tail.
Smelling us.
Have you
Yeah.
throw him?
Yeah, it's a pretty snake, huh?
Yeah. Can we pet him?
No, you can't pet him. He's venomous snake.
Can we throw him?
No, I'm not gonna throw him. We're just gonna put him out. Just gonna put him out. Hmm? No, he's just sitting there.
Why a guy in the neighborhood?
They just end up in there. Why are you making weird faces? It is a snake. Alright, let's go home and have dinner.
Yeah!